Back for the final time on this foggy, fine Friday morning, whichever order I was saying it in before.
Fine Friday.
Fine, foggy Friday, I think is how I was saying it before. I, of course, am Will. Sitting across the desk for me is Michael.
Hello.
He's been filling in for Jeff the remainder half of this week. We do thank you for doing so. And joining us as he does every Friday at this time, all the way from Marcello's Ristorante, why, it's Marcello himself. Good morning, Marcello. How are you this morning?
Good morning, good morning. I guess it was better yesterday with the beautiful weather, right?
That's for sure, that's for sure. How was everything at the restaurant? Did everything go well yesterday?
Yeah. Actually, yesterday was a beautiful day, For some reason, I guess people, before they go to the Memorial Weekend away, they wanted to come out. Also, tonight looks okay. Of course, tomorrow, Saturday, it's going to be a little quiet because everybody is going to away. We're also going to be closed 3 days. We're going to be closed Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And then we're reopening again on Wednesday. So everything, just usually because every Tuesday after a big holiday like Labor Day or Memorial Weekend or or any other big long weekends, usually Tuesday, really never anything happens in the restaurant. So we take a little break,
Right.
for everybody.
That's understandable.
Yeah, well, we
When
noticed.
last
We
talked to
noticed.
you,
Believe it or not, we
you said
noticed.
you had a cooking class coming up, didn't you? How'd that go?
No, we had a cooking class last week. We had a beautiful wedding last week. We had a graduation last week.
Oh, wow.
We had
Pretty busy
a
week.
bridal shower last week. Yeah, it was nice but then this week it's basically a week, okay, and then we restart again. Probably on the first week of right after the Labor Day. I mean, Memorial Weekend. Yeah, I think we have a couple nice party on June 2nd, and go on and go on. Hopefully, the month of June will be a great month. Before the big holiday of the 4th of July. Okay.
Right.
Now, I wanted to clarify a few things, because a lot of people, heard that, Marcello, was going to be sold, and it was not really untrue. We got an offer, to purchase the Marcello's restaurant.
Wow.
Yeah, and and then the gentleman that was going to buy, he was going to keep the Marcello name and all the staff, and he was a lawyer, an entertaining lawyer. So and he coming in with an agency. My daughter, he says to me, Marcello, you're going to be 65 years old next year. And you're going to be 37 years in the business. I think it's time, for you to start to search, because it might take 1 or 2 years, before you may be able to sell, And at 65, I think you should retire. So I said, all right, well, I guess let's try. No, even after 1 month that was on the market, okay, a gentleman coming in, he put an offer in, it was unbelievable offer. He signed the contract, and he never sent a deposit in. And he kept delay a little bit there. And this is through William Keller, the agency. And everything else. After, I was saying to the person, I said, listen, we needed to talk, because if you wanted to keep the legacy of Marcello, I said, you needed to know what you're doing. But they told me that I cannot talk to him. They let you sign this unclosure contract that you cannot talk to the person. So anyway, after, he was, misleading a little bit, I told him, listen, forget it. I don't want to do no more. You're not a serious person. One thing people say, I want to continue the legacy. I don't, I want to, eventually people, if they buy the name of Marcello, they can franchise it. But now I decided not to sell anymore my name.
Not selling in general.
Not to sell anymore my name. So
at least the name, but is the restaurant still up for it?
Well, yeah, the restaurant. You listen, like everything else. I'm gonna be 65 years old. I think people that want to run a restaurant or continue, the restaurant. I mean, everything is so beautiful. Everything is like turnkey operation. But you need a chef, you need a restaurateur, you need somebody that believes, that loves the business. because if you don't love the business, trust me, you cannot be on the restaurant business. You
I
know,
would imagine so.
yeah, you have to love it. When you wake up in the morning, you have to always thinking, okay, what can we do today? How can we make it better? And I know it's a challenge time, because with the COVID and this Omicron and everything else. But like I said, I've been in suffering for 36 years now, and we enter inside the 37 years. And if you have creativity, somehow, okay, you're always gonna figure it out a way. With the beautiful renovation that we did in 2018, okay, that we did spend a decent amount of money in there, that made us, survive, because now if you don't have too much a la carte, you can always do a party. Okay, the chef table, it's another beautiful avenue, but you require people with passion. So anyway, the rumor was there, but we nothing is going to happen at least for the last another 6, 7, 8 months. Okay, so I
Right.
wanted to reassuring customers that they heard, the rumor that we are live, open, and still full of. Actually, believe it or not, the stupidity of this person and also the stupidity of the agency. The agency is the most stupid. They're supposed to check who this person is, before they, they bring it in. So anyway, that made me even stronger.
Right.
You know, it,
Motivated you to just keep going even further.
Oh, sure, but see, you have to understand that the business works two ways. Either you go in and say that's it, or you're reinventing again yourself, and you say, well, if I have to stay another year or two, you can't go in and not, pursuing, stronger, make, being more creative, because you take, for example, we're gonna take the tour that I do in Italy. Then when I coming back, I will be very, very recharged, okay, and then go strong for all the Christmas. Nothing is going to be sold before next year. If there is somebody that wants to take advantage of the legacy, or continuation on their own legacy. So if I was able to do for 36 years, if there is somebody there that loves the business, can do for another 36 years. The place is brand new. We renovated 3 years ago, and everything is from the roof to the walls to the inside. It's like, you're never gonna know that it's 36 years old.
Yeah.
Everything is always maintained the best. So anyway, so that's basically it. Now we're gonna have a couple days off during the the Memorial Weekend. We come back nice and charged. Then in August, we will do a tour of Italy with some customers. Then coming back even stronger, and then we hopefully this year Christmas is not gonna be killed. Last year was killed because of the Omicron.
Right, exactly. Marcello, before we go on to anything else, we do have a caller for you if you'd like to take it.
Okay, go ahead.
Alrighty, good morning, Marianne. You're on with Marcello from Marcello's Ristorante.
Good morning, Marcello. How are you?
Hey, good morning, Marianne.
How are you? Listen, did Lou Young ever get to your restaurant?
Who is Lou Young? I don't know.
He works here at the station. He hosts a show on Saturdays. He filled in a couple of times, and I believe he interviewed you once on the morning show. He's filling in for Jeff.
I don't know. I don't know if I guess I didn't. He didn't introduce himself. If he can.
Yeah, well, if Lou is listening,
Yeah.
Lou, you have to tell me when you're going to Marcello's, and I will meet you there, and we'll have a nice lunch or dinner.
Oh, there we go. Alrighty.
And second, I just have a quick question.
Yeah.
In Italy, I had a sfogliatelle, and it
Sfogliatelle.
had like cream in it. I've
Yeah.
never had one here like that. Is the tradition cheese, or is it cream? And second, another question, I've never seen pasta lentica on a menu. It's one of my favorite dishes.
No, pasta e lenticchie.
Yeah.
Oh, lentils. Yeah, lentils.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's more like a winter dish, very hearty. But if you come, let me know. I'll make it one for you, okay?
Okay. You know what? I eat it summer, winter, spring, and fall. I love it.
I love lentil too. It's really very, very good.
On the
But
menu, I was just wondering, if
Well-
it's not a popular dish, or just not,
It is a popular dish, but more like home dish, like white bean soup. The same thing. The white bean soup is more like a home dish that people make it because it's nice, it's tasty, it's full of protein, it's vegetarian, So, but in the restaurants, I used to have a bean soup in the restaurant for many, many years.
Okay. So
Yeah.
if Luke comes, then you could make that for me.
Yeah, no problem. Just have to let me know the day before,
Marcello's, and he'll make me the pasta lentica, and
Yeah.
I know he has other specialties. So
Didn't you have a question about the cheese and the cream in
Oh
that
no,
one dish as well?
no. For the sfogliatella, it's ricotta, eggs, and then you put it in. But the most important thing that it's made daily. If it stays in the refrigerator, then you have to bring alive because otherwise, the cheese stays too cold.
okay, because I had it in Italy when I went there. It was like a cream. Maybe that's just the way they made it. I mean, it was delicious, and they don't. It was I think a vanilla or a chocolate.
Well, most it's egg and cheese inside, okay. But the secret is it's the sfogliatella. Means it's the pastry, dough that there is around that is very flaky,
Yeah, it looks like a shell.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Very good. Thank you, Marianne.
If you're listening, we have a date for Marcello. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Marianne. Have a great one.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay, so also on June 2nd,
Right.
I'm also doing a dish that was June 2nd. It's the Italian Republic Day, so this association of chefs, from all over the world, each year they put one of the dish of the Italian cuisine. So this year they decided to do white bean soup with mussels. It's a Roman dish. Okay, so you make a white bean soup. Okay, and then also you take the mussels, you steam it, you remove all the mussels, from the shell. Then you filter the juice. Okay, and with the juice of the mussels, okay, you also put them into the white bean soup. The white bean soup normally, if you're using fresh beans, cannellini beans, you have to soak them overnight. Then you have to cook it with in water for an hour without any salt. You only season at the very end. Then you do a little bit of celery and onions. You stir fry with olive oil. Sometimes people put a little bit of salty pork inside. Then maybe 10 minutes before the soup is ready, you add it inside the water. Okay, then you season it. Now at this point, you put the juice of the mussels, and then before you serve it, you add maybe 10 mussels inside the dish. So
and you said you're serving that dish on June 2nd, correct?
well, yeah, June 2nd is supposed to be the day of the celebration of this dish. Yeah,
Right. And you said and you can correct me if I'm wrong. You said you were going to have a couple of parties that day. Are you still taking reservations?
Yeah. We have about 5 tables, 6 tables left. Besides the parties. And then also, if it's a beautiful weather, we have about 12 seats outside. Plus I have the bar area too,
You got that outside dining cleared up?
12 seats. Can you imagine? All the work,
Something.
12, 14 seats, But at least the few customers that they ask me, if I have an outside, at least, I can say to the person, yeah, come in, not losing the person.
Of course. Yeah. Thank you, Marcello, for giving us a call and letting us know what's going down at Marcello's Ristorante. We wish you the best of luck. And, of course, get your calls in, those of you listening right now, to reserve one of those limited seats for that June 2nd special. We will talk to you next week, Marcello. We hope you have a great week. We'll talk to you next week, if not before then. Have a great one.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.